guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial using the new Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is going to be a permanent eyeshadow palette. In fact, it is their first ever permanent eyeshadow palette. And I have to say, I have the artist palette as well by Anastasia. And this one right here is such better quality than that palette. For some reason, the eyeshadows in here are so pigmented and smooth, extremely easy to blend. Today's eyeshadow look is actually a semi-cut crease. I didn't make it too sharp, I did it still kind of soft. I just wanted to add a lot of definition to the eyes. And then the lower lash line is a pop of color. I used this shade right here. This is Realger. This is the orange pop of color in the palette. You can swap that out with one of the pink or fuchsia shades in the palette if you prefer, or you can go ahead and use just a brown if you want to keep it neutral. Totally up to you. So that is all that I have to say. If you guys are curious to see how I created this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So starting off with my skin, I'm taking one pump of my Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 6.25 and mixing in 2 drops of the Elsie Glow Enhancer Dry Face Oil. The reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to add even more luminosity to my skin. There's also a lot of amazing skincare benefits in this oil. Even though my foundation does have a dewy finish, I wanted to add something a little bit extra. The next thing that I'm going to do is conceal and brighten up the center of my face using the Inglot Under Eye Concealer in the shade 97. This concealer is super lightweight, but it does cover a lot of darkness underneath the eyes. That's why I love it. It doesn't crease, but it covers everything that needs to be covered. To bronze up my skin, I'm going in with a cream bronzer today. I'm using this one by Chanel on a duo fiber brush from Morphe. I really like using a duo fiber brush for a cream bronzer because it really distributes the product very evenly and lightly on the skin. It doesn't look heavy, muddy, or anything like that, and it kind of blends it into the foundation. It doesn't sit on top. To set my concealer today, I'm going in with these 2 shades right here from the Kat Von D Contouring Palette. I'm just taking that on a Sigma F35 tapered highlighting brush, and I'm using that to set under my eyes, on my lids, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and the center of my forehead. I want to make sure that this area stays nice and bright, so that is why I'm using those 2 lighter shades. Now, to set my bronzer and my contour areas, I'm using those 2 shades from the same contour kit on a tulip-shaped bronzer brush from It Cosmetics. This is the number 8 round ball brush, and I'm just taking this all over the places that I cream, bronzed, and contoured, and taking it down my neck as well. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm taking the shade Tempera. That is the lightest shade in the palette. It is not a full matte. I want to say that it is a satin. It has a nice glow, and I'm putting that on the brow bone and the inner corners of my eyes. And then I'm taking the shade Golden Ochre as my first transition shade in the crease. I'm using it on a nice and big fluffy blending brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and start deepening it by mixing in raw sienna and burnt orange, just slightly lower than where I put down that first shade, and then flicking it out just slightly in the outer corner. Next, I'm taking the shade Primavera, and I am packing that all over the lid and kind of cleaning up that crease area, making a very soft cut crease. Nothing too sharp, but I wanted to make sure to clean up that area so the darker crease colors are not on the lid, and it is all this shimmery shade. Next, to deepen up the crease a little bit more, I'm taking Cypress Umber on a pencil brush. It's kind of a pencil brush, but it's more of a tapered crease brush. It just gets and fits right nice and neatly into that crease area. I'm just deepening up that area and flicking it out in the outer corner as well. Now for the pop of color on the lower lash line, I'm taking the shade Realger on a domed brush, and I'm smoking this out on my lower lash line, just from the outer corner to the inner corner. And to make sure that it doesn't look too much like some sort of eye infection, I want to mix in some brown as well, very close to the lash line. I used the shade Cypress Umber again for that. And then I'm going in with my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, and I am going to create a winged eyeliner on my upper lash line. Next, it is time to curl your eyelashes and add a couple of coats of mascara. I love the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. That is my current go-to mascara. I like to do a couple layers of that, and then I like to go in with my L'Oreal Telescopic on top of it as well, and those two, the combination is amazing. For my blush and highlight today, I'm going in with my Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped, and I'm taking this shade right here called Tourmaline on a fan brush from Smashbox, and I'm very lightly dusting this all over my cheek area. It is the perfect color to complement the crease color that we used for our eyeshadow. And then to top off the tops of our cheekbones as a highlight, I'm going back in with the same palette and I'm taking the shade Moonstone. And I'm actually using the Anastasia highlighting brush to do this. And I'm just doing round circular motions on the tops of my cheekbones, and I'm taking it above my brows as well and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. For my lips, I'm taking this matte lipstick in the shade Nude from Absolute New York, and I'm just using this all over my lips. No lip liner, but it was a little bit too nude for me, but the reason that I used it is because I wanted that peachy undertone to go with the lower lash line. So then I topped it off with a little bit of this lip gloss from Marc Jacobs in the shade Enamored. I also went ahead and put a little bit of nude eyeliner in my waterline, but you guys can go ahead and swap that out for a brown or a black if you prefer, and then that completes this look. So that is it for today's tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what other colors in the palette you guys would want to see in another tutorial, because I do want to do at least 2 or 3 using this palette because I love it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.